So, I think in another video I was talking about like doing stories. I talk about different stories, like hiking stories, right? So, when we go back to 2016, I had finished hiking on the Pacific. Well, I finished hiking on the Pacific Crest Trail in 2015. And then while I was doing that, there was a really bad earthquake in Nepal. So I signed up to go over there. And the program that I was involved in, what we were doing is going to villages that had been affected by the hurricane, by the earthquake, and we were helping at school. So I taught English and stuff like that. Spent time in a village there, and so the area where I was in Nepal is it's in the Annapurna region, and so Annapurna. So a lot of the mountains in the Himalaya are considered sacred by the people who live there. And the area where I was, the sacred mountain there is Machu Picchu. There are also the Annapurna range, but Machu Picchu is a separate mountain. So in Nepali, Machu Picchu means fishtail. And the mountain, when it's covered with snow, it really has a striking resemblance and similarity to a fishtail. So the village I was in was just below there. So every day I'd get up and I could look out my window from the hostel I was staying in. It's more of a farm where people lived. I could see the mountain Machu Picchu every day. And so among the people, the ethnic group is the Gurung. And so they have been residing in that area around Annapurna for an extremely long time. And in their belief system, they have they believe in other, it's sort of like shamanism. They still practice shamanism. Some of that group do, but within it they have different sort of entities that reside not in like temples, but in beautiful places, like physically, or a site that's physically beautiful, like beautiful mountains or like a hot spring or a beautiful view would be considered sort of a sacred place. If I'm misstating that or anything, if somebody sees this afterwards and if I've completely blown that, feel free to let me know, but I think that's pretty accurate. Anyway, I spent time there in 2016, and then I returned back to Massachusetts and to the United States in 2016, and I was looking for a house. And I didn't have any place that I was really looking for, but I was looking around on Zillow, the app, to try to find a house. And the cheapest one I could find, it was like $39,000, was on a lake here, and it's Pontusic Lake. And so there's the lake here. My house is just on the shores of the lake, just up from it a bit. But what's interesting is when you look out across this lake, there's another mountain that has a nickname, that is a whale's tail, because Mount Greylock, overlooking Pontusic Lake from the southern shores of the lake, Mount Greylock looks like a humpback whale tail. So I sort of did all this traveling over in Nepal, had a really good experience, and really felt like I connected with something over there. And then in my journeys, my wanderings, I came back over here to Massachusetts, and lo and behold, I settled in at a little valley where there's also a hill that resembles the tail of an aquatic animal. And I've kind of felt like there's some significance to that something wanted me to know that. So I don't know, I just wanted to mention it. It's one of these stories. Like, there are things that I have a bunch of these, but it's one of those things where I felt like something took some concern for me and wanted me to be here. Like your life is sort of a purposeful thing that moves through space and time. Anyway, I'm gonna change the video around here, so.